August 13th, 2015. That's today. It is just over 3 years that I've been injured, and I figured I might as well start this kind of a journal thing, video journal, because I can't type. Well, I can type. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie, because I can type. I type all the time. I can't type well. That's pretty much the gist right there. But I'm gonna start this little, like a journal, but like what I'm doing today and what I normally do. And it might be a little bit boring to a few individuals, and I don't really know. It's gonna be short. I don't even actually know what I'm gonna talk about, but yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. I turned 32 years old. I will make another video then, but other than that, not a lot of things are going on in my life. I'm a commissioner of my fantasy football league, which is pretty crazy because everybody's giving me this trust with money. It's insane. Tonight is the first game for the Patriots preseason. Looking forward to that. So my life, as it goes, what I do during the day? Well, I just got into the game Skyrim, which is like, fucking 5 years old, and I'm just now getting into it. Yeah, right? A little behind the times, but it's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. And the best part about that game is stealing everything out of everybody's house. Who doesn't want to be a part of the Thieves Guild constantly? I mean, no one ain't got time for that championship guild or whatever. Anyway, yesterday was an absolutely fucking horrible day. Constant battle with my mind, which is the worst. I am my own worst enemy. I mean, everybody's their own worst enemy. I mean, everybody just wakes up in the morning. If you're having a bad day, you just argue and argue and argue with yourself, which creates arguments with other people, which just puts a foul mood with everybody else. And I try not to do that. I really do try not to do that. But yesterday, it was like, with anybody here, I'm fine. I was perfectly fine. Holly steps in the door, and now my life is completely fucking on fire for some reason. And I was looking forward to going out with her because she wanted to go out with me and to get a burger or a steak or something like that. I was all for it, but then all of a sudden I started realizing when she stepped in the door that I need to work out. I'm in so much pain that I haven't worked out in a week because I have been going through a fucking week worth of pain. And it's just a constant fucking battle. And so it makes me lazy. So yesterday I had a complete snap, a mental and emotional snap. I just started questioning everything, whether I was going to get better, whether it was worth the fight. I mean, like, I am never going to kill myself. I like life way too much. I mean, who doesn't love sex? Right? So, I mean, that alone right there is worth, just breathing another day. So, that thought would never. But I started saying to myself, I can understand it now. I can understand why people would want to fucking pull the trigger and just end it. Because and obviously, I am a firm believer, it can always get worse, but imagine that. Imagine on your worst day, it can always get worse. Yeah, most people use that as like a silver lining. Hey, listen, bud. It can always get worse. Oh, fuck. This sucks. And then you're in that mood that you're thinking to yourself, well, it's going to definitely get worse now that you mentioned it. Now that you push that fucking it's going to get worse button. So that was my life yesterday. It was constantly going to get worse. And it was constantly just beating me up and eating away at my mind, my emotions, my willpower to actually to survive with this injury. And I just... that's not me. I don't want sympathy. I don't like that shit. I can't stand that shit. That bothers me when other people do it. And then I started doing it myself. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm a hypocrite. I'm getting more upset at myself for being a hypocrite. Yesterday was a bad day. So, Holly gets home. I try to work out. It doesn't work out well. I need to get off my ass because I've been sitting down sweating because I have hair all over my body. I am just pure, straight up Viking. So it's just, I sweat. That's what I do. I sweat. I should make a profession out of this. So I jump on the bed. I'm laying there, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll work out a little bit. Maybe I'll try to, kneel, or I don't know, get on all four. I don't know, like crawl across the bed. That completely fails. Completely. If anything, it just makes me more sore and frustrated and emotionally depressed. And there I am. I'm like, fuck this, and I snapped. Started cursing. Started swearing at the world. Fuck God. Fuck whoever's up there. Allah, whatever. I'm screaming at everybody. There's no plan. We're just fucking amoebas that are just sitting here, walking around the world, ruining this planet. And you know what? It doesn't matter, because if there is a plan, if there isn't a plan, it doesn't really matter, because we're all just flesh with a conscience. And so I'm flipping out, because this isn't me, and Holly knows it's not me, but I'm just snapping because I need to get all of it off my chest. And she's like, okay, then we won't go out tonight. And then I started yelling at her, even though I wanted to work out and I didn't want to go out that night, and she wanted to not go out and work out with me, so she's bending to me. I start flipping out because I'm like, I don't need a fucking Band-Aid because you're not motivating. I don't need you to just, oh, well, let's work out tonight then. Well, what the fuck's going to happen for the next 6 days of the week? I need motivation every single day. I want you to come home from work and be able to chill because I've already worked out that day, and I don't have somebody in my life at this moment in time that can help me throughout my workouts throughout the day. So I just sit here on my ass, and I mean, like, I do what I can, but it's not enough. It's never going to be enough. And so she finally throws pants on me, because I took pants off, and she threw pants on me and stood me up, threw me in my chair, said we're walking. So she threw me in the rift in there, and I walked down the hallway, angry walked. I could feel the blood boiling with each step because I have pain and I'm not going to let it win. And that's the worst way of working out. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, utilize anger and stuff. Have you ever utilized anger and not hurt that night in like 4 days afterwards? For 4 days? I never use anger as like a fuel. There's no point in it. It's like a scapegoat. Use your anger. Yeah, to rip myself apart. But last night, I used anger. I pushed through the pain. I pushed through everything. And I can barely move my legs today. I can barely move my arms today. Less than 24 hours later. But then I accomplished something. I accomplished something yesterday I've never been able to do. I bought this aerobic stepper. It's like this little step that you step onto it and you step off, and you've seen aerobics. Everybody's seen aerobics. I stepped up on top of that. Never been able to step up on my own, on anything, on my own strength, under my own strength, with nothing holding me up. I had the Hoyer lift there just in case I fell and biffed it, which I was fully expecting on doing because my life sucks. That's exactly what I was thinking at that time. Was I'm just gonna fall. I'm gonna crack my mouth off this fucking the walker. I'm gonna just give myself a good one right in the chin, right off the walker as I'm falling forward, and the Hoyer lift's gonna save my life. Oh well. And I was just thinking that, and then I just started getting angry, and I pushed through it, and I stepped up. My left leg is the weaker of the two, but I put my left leg up there first, and I stepped up. I put my foot there. I'm just like, what? Couldn't believe this was happening. So I stepped down with my left leg, holding the weight. So I put my right leg up, my right foot up there first, stepped up again, kept my right foot up there, stepped down with the left leg. Did it 2 more times. Up, down, up, down. Never been able to do that before. So the moral of this long, drawn out, almost 10 minute story is, even when your day is shit, I'm talking shit, you can still accomplish greatness. You can still push your boundaries. You can still improve your situation. And that's what I did yesterday. I improved my situation. I'm paying for it today. But I took a day that I actually accepted that people commit suicide. I actually accepted that yesterday. So I took that day, that shit day, and I turned it into something that I'm never going to forget. in a positive light. So, watch this video. You're going to relate to something. Just remember that when you're having bad, terrible shit days, it's not the fact that it can always get worse. It's how can you turn that shit into something useful, into something you're never going to forget in a positive light. So anyway, there'll be more of these to come because I like to rant. I hope you have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye.